Hello everyone, welcome to this session. I've just solved this JEE Main test 105 and here I am with the analysis of the physics section. So you can make it out that 4 questions are tough and 15 is unsolvable in examination. You cannot do such calculation without calculator. For 24th answer I think given is wrong, and this is basically what we have. 10 questions as easy if I can see and 11 are medium. So overall it was a challenging testing paper. It's not that easy. So going by my analysis, this is 10 and 5 15. Okay, so if you can pick the questions, if you can pick your questions, you can score. That is the key every time. So if you can pick questions nicely, you should get 56-60 marks, and those who are very good should get 75-80 plus marks in this paper easily. Now question number 1. Particle of mass m performs as linear SHM equilibrium as x equal to 0, force constant k, amplitude a. The maximum power supplied by the restoring force during SHM will be. So what I can directly say, power is what you can say is the rate of change of kinetic energy, and let's assume it starts from x equal to 0 at t equal to 0. So the velocity expression you know is omega a cos omega t. So that kinetic energy at any instant would be half m omega square a square cos square omega t. So power is rate of change of kinetic energy. So if I differentiate it, it becomes half m omega square a square cos square omega t, 2 cos omega t into cos omega t derivative would be sin omega t with minus sign and omega also. So omega will also come. Let me write it here. It would be minus omega times this. So that is what we are getting. So what we get, minus m omega cube a square by 2, 2 cancel, okay, m omega square by 2, or let it 2 here, and it becomes sine of 2 omega t. And you know this will be maximum when this is 1, or you can say 2 omega t equal to pi by 2 or omega t equal to pi by 4 or 3 pi by 4. That instant you all know when we at this pi by 4 becomes, that means you know that a 45 degree is covered, or you can say at x equal to a by root 2 you will get this. So the value of this maximum power, this directly I can take it, we have to just check the value. So it is m omega cube a square by 2, that is the value we are getting. Now what is omega cube? What is omega cube? Omega you can say for here it is a root of k by m. So omega cube is k by m to the power 3 by 2 into a square by 2. So this cancel, this will become k to the power 3 by 2 a square by 2 root m. So what I am getting this option D. Directly we can do, and we need not to calculate when it is at a maximum, we can directly calculate this value. Next, look at the drawing given in the figure, which has been drawn with ink of uniform line thickness. Okay, mass of ink used to draw each of the 2 inner circles and each of the 2 line segments is m. Okay, the mass curve the ink used to draw the other circle is outer circle is 6m. The coordinates of the CM of different parts are outer circle 0 0, left inner circle minus a, right inner circle a, vertical line 0 0, horizontal line 0 minus a. The y coordinate of the CM is what I can say. Y CM would be, first let me take 6m. 6m's coordinate is 0. Then left circuit m, it is a, right circle again a, vertical line it is 0, and horizontal line it is minus a upon 6 7 8 9 10m. So this is 0, this is 0, this cancelled, so it comes out as a by 10. So y CM is a by 10. That's an easy one. You just be careful and do the things that are given. Next one, infinite long wire carries a current I. Let it carry current I along y axis such that its one end is at point A 0 comma b here, while the wire extends up to plus infinity. Okay, plus infinity. The magnitude of in a magnetic field strength at point A comma 0 will be. So if I do, going by our logic, it would be like this. This is what we are given. This is 0 comma b. So what we can say, this angle, what we call is, this would be alpha, beta will be 0. So the formula that I use, most of you use that sin 1, I use that cos 1, and I measure this angle. So it is cos alpha plus cos beta, beta is 0, so it would be 1. And cos alpha here will be negative, I can make it out because it would be an obtuse angle. So don't worry, let's say this is alpha, what we have got. So this is pi minus alpha. So what I can make it out, first of all, this is b, this is a. So I have 10 of pi minus alpha, or minus 10 alpha is equal to a by b. Now the cos alpha thing that I will have, cos alpha will also be what we can say this is positive, so tan alpha will be negative, I can say. So cos alpha would be, sin alpha will be positive because of obtuse, but cos alpha will be negative, and it would be minus b upon root of a square plus b square. You can make it out. So it is mu naught I upon 4 pi, and this is a, sorry, that perpendicular distance is a, not b, that I have mistaken, 4 pi a, it would be minus b upon root of a square plus b square plus 1, that is we are getting. So going by this option, what we are getting with option B, that is our answer. That's in the equation, good one. Vessel contains oil, density given, over mercury. Homogeneous sphere floats with half in mercury, other half in oil. The density would be in between them. It would be greater than 0.8, lesser than 13.6. All options are like that. So what we can say, the total liquid displaced or total buoyant force is the weight of the fluid displaced. If I go by that, it would be 0.8 gram per centimeter cube into V by 2g plus what we have 13.6 into V by 2g, that would be equal to its density into V into g, its whole mg. So this Vg goes, so this rho comes out as 0.8 plus 13.6 by 2, that is what you can say 14.4 by 2, so it's 7.2, it's just a midway of that. So go for option 7.2 in this case. Next one. Diatomic ideal gas is heated at constant volume until the pressure is doubled, and again heated at constant pressure until the volume is doubled. The average molar heat capacity for the whole process is, again, I think this is a sort of question we did. This is 19R by 6. I am remembering the answer, but let me do it again. So let's say it was at this P comma V, V naught comma P naught. That would be PV curve. And now until the pressure is doubled, so pressure is doubled, so it becomes V naught, it is, sorry, pressure is doubled, okay, constant volume, pressure is doubled, so it would be like this. So P to 2 P naught, and this is at V naught. So if this temperature is T naught, you know that would be 2 T naught. Now heated at constant pressure until volume is doubled like this. So it is 2 V naught, so 2 P naught, 2 V naught, so it would be 4 T naught. So first of all, let it be ABC, QAB. QAB would be NCV delta T. So NCV, N into CV, and delta T would be T naught. And CV is what we have, diatomic, so it is 5 by 2 nRT naught, and nRT at any moment is PV, so that is 5 by 2 P naught V naught. Now QBC, that would be N, CP changes to T naught, CP is 7R by 2, so 7 by 2R into 2 NT naught, that is what we are getting. So nRT naught is 7R, nRT naught, that is 7 P naught V naught. So Q net would be, Q total would be 5 by 2 plus 7, that would be 7 by 2 plus 7 plus 5 by 2, so 14 plus 5, 19 by 2 P naught V naught, that is what you have got. And this would be equal to N C delta T is 3T, you know. So N C into 3T, 3T means 3T naught, and P naught V naught I can write it as 19 by 2, P naught V naught can be written as nRT naught, you know. So again this T naught goes, this N and N goes, C comes out as 19R by 6, which I was remembering. Okay, this is B option, 19R by 6. Okay, next one. Energy of a system as a function of time is given by, energy is a square minus alpha t. I think a square e to the power minus alpha t should be there. This e is missing because I think this is a question asked in some previous actual examination, where a is where, what is a? It should be alpha, I think, where alpha is 0.2 per second. The measurement of A has an error of 1.25%. If the error in measurement of time is 1.5, the percentage error in ET at t equal. So if I remember correctly, it is JEE Advanced 2015 or 16. I think 15. It was a question 15 or 16 maybe. I am not exactly remembering. So this expression E is a square e to the power minus alpha t. So what we do, take a log. Take a log, what you will have, this is log of a square plus this, so that will become 2 log a minus alpha t. Now if I differentiate it, what I will get, 1 by e dE is 2 upon a dA, and this would be alpha into dt. So what we can do, multiply and divide it by t, so alpha t dt upon dt, so we can have that percentage error thing that we can do easily here. So what we now do, dE by E, that is the delta E by E, that is what we are calculating percentage error. 2 dA by A is 1.25%, you can calculate, minus alpha t is 0.2 into 5, that is given, and dt by dt is given as 1.5%. So this is how you can make it out easily. I think this was an integer answer question, so integer will be coming, I suppose, that is 2.5%. This is 1 into 1.5, it would be plus, because whenever we are taking with errors, for the case of error and error will always increase, so we'll not minus, we'll put plus sign, and it would be 1.50%, so it will come out as 4%. So it is option A that is the most appropriate for this particular case. So this is the 4%. So it's a very nice question that is from JEE Advanced, they have lifted. The image of a small electric bulb fixed on the wall of a room is to be obtained on the opposite wall 4 meters away by means of a large convex lens. Okay, the common maximum possible focal length of the lens required for this purpose is, okay, maximum possible. So what we know, we typically know D should be greater than equal to 4f for a hand, where D is the distance between the object and the screen. So the maximum possible focal length that is you can have is D by 4. So D by 4 is 4 by 4, that is 1 meter. So that's an easy one if you know that displacement methods idea, this basic logic between the distance between real object and real image. Two soap bubbles X and Y, Colles to constitute of bubble Z, then Z is equal to, so the Colles, so what we can do, we have to just assume that it will be an isothermal thing, and so what we can have P1 V1 plus P2 V2 would be equal to P into V final. Now because the actual pressure is P0 plus something, but that P0 factor is not coming, that won't be cancelling out, so I'm assuming that they are in vacuum. So it would be 4s by x into 4 by 3 pi x cube plus 4s by y into 4 by 3 pi y cube, that would be equal to 4s by whatever be z into 4 by 3 pi z cube we can go for. So what we can have now, this is 4s 4 by 3 pi 4 by 3 pi 4 by 3 pi goes, so it basically comes x square plus y square comes out as z square, so z is the root of x square plus y square. Go for option A here. Next one, in optical communication system operating at 1200 nanometer, only 2% of the source frequency is available for TV transmission having a bandwidth of 5 megahertz. The number of TV channels is, so we did a similar question in that video that I uploaded last night. At 1200 nanometer, that means the frequency that it is operating would be 3 into 10 to the power 8 upon 12 into 10 to the power minus 7. I can write it as 1 by 4 into 10 to the power 15 hertz. So and when you have only 2% is available, so the the bandwidth that is available, delta f available would be 2%, that is 2 by 100 into 1 by 4 into 10 to the power 15. So it comes out as 0.5 into 10 to the power 13 hertz. So number of channels would be 0.5 into 10 to the power 13 divided by each require 5 into 10 to the power 6. So it is 5 into 10 to the power 12. So you can do this as 10 to the power 6. 10 to the power 6 is 1 million. So a million channels can be transmitted. Next one. Which of the following wavelengths lying in the range 500 to 700 nano is in hydrogen spectrum? So we know that is 486, and we have this only 656 in nanometer, so 656, so closest would be 654. I can go for that, lies as a, you can say, the line in the Balmer series. We have the first line of the Balmer series, we have like this. So I always remember those 3 visible lines of that Balmer region. Millimeter of range 0 to 30 as an internal resistance of 20. The resistance to be converted into a voltmeter of maximum reading 3 volts. So now initially what is the maximum reading Vg? I can write it as 30 milliamperes, that is 30 into 10 to the power minus 3 into 20, that is 600 into 10 to the power minus 3, or 0.6 volt. Now 0.6 volt to 3 volts, 0.6 volt to 3 volt, that means what you need to know, you need to do it at 5 times. So the value of the series resistor would be Gn minus 1. So the value of the G is 20 into 4, that is 80 ohms. Go for option B here. Next one, gravitational acceleration on the surface of planet is root 6 by 11 of what we have on the earth. The average mass density is 2 by 3 times. The escape speed on the surface of the earth is taken to be 11. The escape speed on the planet will be, the escape speed on the planet, we directly, first of all, what is escape speed? We write it as escape speed, typically we write it as root 2 r into g, that is what we write. So the g is given, so just calculate the value of the radius. Now the mass density is given. Okay, so if I convert it into mass density, first of all, G I know is 4 by 3 G pi rho R. So what we have, this is this factor is a root 6 by 11, and this density is 2 by 3. So its radius would be, directly I can make it out, that would be root 6 by 11 into 3 by 2. So it is 3 root 6 by 22, if I'm right. I think I'm right. So we can so this factor is 3 root 6 by 22 and this factor is root 6 by 11, so it is 18 by 22 into 11, that is 9 by 11 into 11. So if in the root I can take, so that is 3 by 11 of time, so 3 by 11, that is 3 km per second. Directly by the factors you can make it out. Next one, two sources S1 S2 produce sound waves of same frequency 600. Listener is moving from S1 towards S2 with a constant speed u0 meter per second and he hears 10 beats per second. Velocity of sound is 330, so you need to find out u0. So it is like this, so it is receding from it and approaching towards it. So for the F1 it will hear V plus V of the, we can say, listener upon V, and F2 would be F0 V minus V listener by V. So what we can say, the difference F1 minus F2, F1 would be lesser, sorry, it would be minus because it is receding and it is plus, it is V minus VL, this is V plus VL, so it would be F2 minus F1, that would be F0. It will directly come out as 2VL by V, that is given as 10. So V of listener would be 10 into 330 upon 2 into 600. So this 0000 goes, 33 by 18 that you are getting, 33 by 18, if I am not 33 by 12, sorry, not 18, 33 by 12, so it would be closer to 2.5, I can make it out, it would be closer to 2.5 meter per. Next, what we have, hoop and a solid cylinder. Hoop means ring and solid cylinder, same mass and radius. We have same mass and radius, are made of a permanent magnetic material with the respective axis, but the magnetic moment of hoop is twice of solid cylinder. They are placed in uniform magnetic field in such a manner that their magnetic moments make a small angle with the field if the oscillation period of hoop and cylinder are this and this respectively. So what we say, time period in such case is 2 pi under root moment of inertia upon magnetic moment upon B. B is same, so time period will depend upon root of I by M. So for what we have, the ratio I of hoop you know is mr square, I of cylinder you know is equal to mr square by 2. Now magnetic moment, what you are given, magnetic moment of what it is, hoop is twice the magnetic moment of this, M of hoop is twice the magnetic moment of cylinder. So if I do this for the hoop, this factor is what we have 1 by root 2, and for the cylinder we have this factor as 1 by 2 upon, this is also 1 by 2 of that, or 1 we can make it out, so it would be same, I think, that is also 1 by 2. Let's say, let me check it, let's say I of hoop upon M of hoop, and this is coming out as mr square upon, let's say, 2 M of cylinder, and this I of cylinder upon M of cylinder, I of cylinder is mr square by 2 upon my MHC, that is same. So both are same, that when time period is will be same, go for option B in this case. Next one, liquid helium is stored at its boiling point in a spherical can separated by a vacuum space into a surrounding shield which is maintained at a temperature of liquid nitrogen. If the can is 0.1 meter in radius and is blocked on the outside so that it acts as a black body, how much helium boils away per hour? So it acts as a black body, is blacked on the outside so that it acts as a black body. So the amount of heat it would be receiving is sigma A 77 to the power 4 minus 4.2 to the power 4. Again, this is not a very easy calculation to do for anyone, and that would be equal to L into dm by dt. So it would be too much calculative, I suppose. I don't know how they give these questions, what they think of the student, because 77 to the power 4 I think is not an easy thing to calculate for anyone. And the sigma value they have also not given, so you have to put the value. Area will also be not a very good one, I suppose. So all in all, it's not going to be a cakewalk for anyone. Let me try my hand, and I'll use calculator. I'm telling you, I'm not pretending that I'll do something else. It would be 5.67, I know, is into 10 to the power minus 8. That is what we use as sigma that we typically write. This is 5.67 into 10 to the power minus 8, and this area would be 4 pi r square, that is 10 to the power minus 2. 77 to the power 4 minus 4.2 to the power 4. L is 21 into 10 to the power 3 into dm by dt. Now I'm switching it off and doing the calculation, and will give you. Even calculator was saying, please forgive me. This dm by dt comes out as 43 gram per hour approximately. So this is I don't know who's that man who will be able to solve it in the exam. I don't know. Leave it. A nucleus of mass m plus delta m is at rest and decays into two daughter nuclei of equal masses m by 2 each. Speed of light is c, so you can directly make out mass defect as delta m, total energy released is delta m into c square. That will be shared by both, so delta m into c square by 2 is the energy of 1, and that would be equal to half m by 2 into v square. So v would be, this 2 goes, 2 delta m c square by m I can directly go for. So what we have this option C that is coming up. That's an easy one. Next, in an experiment of measurement of EMF of a cell by a potentiometer, balancing length for a cell of EMF E, internal resistance R is L. Now if another cell E to R is connected, no change because internal resistance doesn't matter at the balance point, it doesn't draw any current, so it will be L. That's an easy one for you. Now a person of mass m is sitting on a swing of length L and swinging with angular amplitude theta naught. If the person stands up when the swing passes through its lowest point, the work done by him, assuming his center of mass moves by a distance L is close to. So what would be the work done? So what I can say here, let's say from the swing, let's say it is like this, it was there, it was now it stands up, so cm shifts some distance. So because all things will arc on this, so the we can say the torque acts out the axis. So conserving angular momentum, what we can say, initial was mv max into L, that would be now equal to m v dash into what we can say L minus L, because it is shifted up by small l. I can write it like this. So that v dash we can write it as mv naught L upon L minus L. So work done is the change in kinetic energy. Now this would be change in total energy. You can say delta U is mgl plus the change in the kinetic energy. I can write it as half m v dash square minus half m v naught square. So what we have, this is mgl plus m by 2 v dash square would be m square v naught square L square upon L minus L square minus mv m square minus v naught square, sorry, so minus this is okay, this mm was cancelling, I am not written it right, so there won't be m square, dimensionally it was coming wrong, so I checked it, minus v naught square you have. So what we have now, this is what we can write, mgl plus mv naught square by 2. This comes out as L square minus L whole square upon L square, that we can write, and because it is very small, I can write that higher power I can neglect, so it would be mgl plus mv naught square by 2, L square goes, L square I can neglect, so it would be 2ll, that would be 2 small l by L, that is what would be remaining, so 2 and 2 goes, so it is mg small l, sorry, plus mv naught square small l by L that we are getting. Now we need to get this value of v naught square, so we are getting either p or t. Let me check. So going by the analogy, omega at the lowest point would be what we can make it out, that is or v max directly I can say is omega a considering SHM, and omega is a root of g by L into this a would be in linear terms would be L theta naught, so it would be root gl times theta naught, so v naught square and we can do as gl theta naught square. So if I do that, gl theta naught square, ll will cancel up, this will come as mgl plus mgl theta naught square, so we are left with only D option. Again it's a tough one, not an easy question for us. Metallic V-shaped rod where it is OAC is rotated with respect to one of its end in uniform magnetic field such that axis of rotation is parallel to the direction of magnetic field. Length of each arm of the rod is L and the angle between the arms is 60. P is the midpoint of the section AC. The magnitude of the magnetic field is B. Then choose the incorrect relation now. VA minus VO and VA minus VC. So first of all, what we can say, VA minus VO. If I do this VA minus VO and VA minus VC, what we can do, this is clear that from symmetry this A and VC, OC and OA, VA should be equal to VC, so that is clear cut wrong. That would be 0. I can directly say without doing anything from the symmetry of the things. So go for option B. I'm not checking anything else, directly we can do. Cathode rays of velocity 10 to the power 6 describe an approximate circular path of 1 meter in electric field. This, the velocity of cathode rays are doubled the value of electric field so that they describe the same circular path will be. So in an electric field they are describing a circular path. Okay, so that is electric field QE would be equal to mv square by r. That is what you can have. So if all the factors are same, so for the same radius, so radius is v square by e proportionality you are getting. So if v is doubled, e has to be become 4 times, so it is 1200 volt per meter. Go for option C. Next one. Car is going in a circular track of radius this much. Plumb blob is suspended from the roof by a rigid rod. Angle made by the rod with the vertical is 60. Then the car moves with a constant speed of. So if it is making an angle 60 degree here, I can directly say this is T, this is mg, and this would be that pseudo force ma naught in frame of car. So doing by this, what we can say, T cos theta you write as mg, T sin theta you write as ma naught. So that tan theta thing comes out as a naught by g, and a naught would be v square by r by g. So that v square would be gr tan theta naught. G is g, r is 6 root 3 by 5, tan 60 is root 3. So 18 by 5, 180 by 5, 36. So V comes out to be 6. So this is the answer for this 21st one. Next. Figure shows system of 3 concentric metal shells ABC. Radius is A, 2A, 3A. B is earth, C is given a charge Q. Now shell C is connected to A. Then the final charge in the shell B comes out as this. Find the value of X. Now so this is a nice one for you. So when you connect these two, their potentials will definitely become same, and you know QA plus QC would be equal to the total charge. So now what you can do, we know V at B has to be 0. V at B has to be 0. That means if I write it in this term, let's say this charge is Q1, this becomes Q minus Q1, and let's say this is QB. So what we have, or let it QA, this would be Q minus QA. So first of all, write the potential of B. Write the potential of B. First of all, due to A, it would be KQA by B minus KQB by B plus KQ minus QA by C has to be 0. That is what you can write. So what we have now, QA minus QB by B plus Q minus QA by C equals 0. So what we are left with? What choice we are left with? This would be, I can say, CQA minus CQB plus BQ minus BQA equal to 0. That is the first thing that we are getting from here. So what we get here, okay, the relations is also given. This is 3A. So 3QA minus 3QB plus 2Q minus 2QA equal to 0. So QA plus 2Q is equal to 3QB. That is the first thing that we are getting, or minus QA plus 2Q, sorry, minus QA plus 2Q is equal to 3QB. So this is the first thing we are getting from this calculation that we have got. If I have done it, and why I write it in negative, it is plus, so everything changes now. This would be QA, and it would be plus 2Q plus 3QB equal to 0. That is why I am saying, otherwise it won't be coming negative. So be careful, it might happen in some early thing that you get it. So this is the first thing. Now second, VA is equal to VC, that you have to use. So VA equal to VC, so A potential is KQ by A plus KQB by B plus KQC by Q minus QA by C, and that should be equal to K. Directly I can write for last one QA plus QB plus Q minus QA, that is Q plus QB. Directly I can write it as C. So what we have, QA by A plus QB by 2A plus Q minus QA by 3A, I can write that would be equal to Q plus QB by 3A. So Q by 3A goes, so this Q by 3A goes, what we have, QA 1 by 1 minus 1 by 3, that would be 2 by 3, and this would be QB 1 by 3 minus 1 by 2, that is minus QB by 6. So QA becomes into 3 by 2. Okay, so that is minus QB by 4. I can make it out. Now put it here. Minus QB by 4 plus 2Q plus 2QB equal to 0. So it is 8 minus 1, that is 7 QB by 4 is equal to minus 2Q. So QB comes out as oh, it was 3, sorry, I'm doing too much mistakes. So it is 11 QB by 4 equals minus 2Q. So QB equals minus 8Q by 11. Okay, minus 8Q by 11. So the value of X is 8. This is actually a lengthy one. Next one. Two blocks 2.9, 1.9 are suspended from a rigid supports by two inextensible wire. Length 1. Upper wire has negligible mass, lower wire has a uniform mass of 0.2 kg per meter. Whole system, wires and supports have upward acceleration 0.2. The acceleration due to gravity is 9.8. Find the tension at the midpoint of the wire, of the upper wire. So first of all, what we can say, upper wire. So this one will be same as this is what you have 0.2 kg per meter, that is 0.2 kg. 2.9, 0.2, 1.9. Total mass becomes 4.8 plus 0.2, that is 5. This 5 kg acts downwards, and this is a tension. So tension, it would be 5G plus A, that is 5 into 9.8 plus 0.2. It doesn't matter whether it's midpoint or something, because this is negligible mass, so tension will always be same. So it is 50 Newton. Go for option 50 answer. Next one. Rope of negligible mass is wound around a hollow cylinder 3 kg 40 centimeter, and then the entire arrangement is placed on a smooth surface. What is the angular acceleration if the rope is pulled with a force of 30 newtons? So in this case, what would be the torque? First of all, about the CM, torque would be Fr, that is equal to I alpha. So the alpha would be F is 30, radius is 0.4, I of a hollow cylinder is mr square, that is 3 into 0.16 you can go for. So this is 310, and this would be 4 upon 0.16, or you can say 400 by 16, that comes out as 25. You can go for 25 radian per second square in this particular. So it comes out as 25. That is the answer here. They have given 10. I don't know why, because they have given linear acceleration, which is not right. Answer would be 25. Next. In a special arrangement of IDSC, the distance between slit is twice the distance between the screen and the slits. D is twice of D. For this setup, the value of D is such that the first minimum on the screen falls at a distance D from the center O is found to be lambda by n. Now here you cannot do any approximation, because the things have changed a lot. This would be something like this. If I draw it, this would be some realistic case here. So what you need, that the first minima at a distance D from the O, distance D from the O, that means this distance is D, you know, so it is in front of this. So the first of the ray, like let's say like this, and let's say like this. So the first minima, so the gap is lambda by 2, this is traveling a distance D, this is traveling a distance D square, plus this is 2D, that is 4D square, minus D, that should be equal to lambda by 2. So what we can see for this setup, the D should be, what we can see, this is root 5D, if I am right. Yes, root 5D minus D is lambda by 2, root 5 value you are given. So 2.24 minus 1D is lambda by 2. So D comes out as lambda upon 2 into 1.24 lambda upon 2.48. So this N is 2.48. This is what you are going to write. So this was today's paper, and it was a tough one.